the young and the restless spoilers. As the sun rose over Genoa City, a palpable sense of anticipation filled the air. Jill had finally set her return date, and the whispers of her impending arrival sent shivers down the spines of those who had crossed her in the past. Known for her fierce determination and unyielding nature, Jill was a force to be reckoned with, and Devon couldn't shake the anxiety that gnawed at him. The memories of her wrath were fresh in his mind, a reminder that Jill's brand of vengeance was swift and merciless. Devon paced the floors of Chancellor Industries, his mind racing with thoughts of the consequences that could befall him. The possibility of being fired loomed large, and he understood that Jill had a long memory when it came to perceived betrayals. The mistakes he had made alongside Lily weighed heavily on his conscience. He knew that Jill was well aware of their missteps and would not be inclined to forgive. Her reputation for brutality was something everyone respected and feared. Meanwhile, Billy remained blissfully unaware of the storm brewing around him. His trusting nature often left him vulnerable to manipulation, and it seemed that he was once again being played by those he thought he could rely on. Jill's looming presence was a reality he would have to confront, but he lacked the parental guidance he so desperately needed to navigate the treacherous waters of corporate life. Without Jill to steer him, he risked making decisions that could lead to his downfall. Jill's eyes were sharp as she assessed the situation from the shadows. She knew the stakes were high. The merger of Winters and Chancellor was not just a corporate maneuver but a consolidation of power that would ensure her reign. With Devon and Lily's reckless actions threatening the stability of her empire, she was determined to reclaim what was rightfully hers. She had no intention of letting them off the hook easily, and the warning she had for Devon was clear: return to your rightful place, or face the consequences. Devon, despite his growing concerns, had initially thought Jill would become indifferent to him. He had underestimated her commitment to her legacy and her ruthless nature. Jill was a tyrant disguised as a matriarch, and her knowledge of Devon's failings only fueled her resolve. She understood that every misstep he had taken could be leveraged against him, and she was more than willing to use that to her advantage. Devon, Jill had warned, her voice as sharp as a knife, you need to step back into line. Chancellor and Winters must merge again, or I will reclaim everything. Don't think for a moment that I won't do it. Her eyes narrowed, emphasizing the gravity of her threat. Devon's heart raced as he realized just how serious Jill was. This was not an empty warning, but a declaration of war. Meanwhile, Billy found himself caught in the crossfire. His loyalty to his mother was unwavering, yet he couldn't ignore the mounting pressure from both sides. He admired Devon's vision for the future, yet he couldn't escape the reality that Jill was a master strategist. He needed her guidance now more than ever, or risk losing everything he had worked so hard to build. The power dynamics shifted, with Jill poised to reclaim control in a world that had once been hers. She was intelligent, calculating, and fiercely protective of her legacy. The idea that Devon and Lily could undermine her ambitions was an affront she could not tolerate. Her plan was simple yet effective: outmaneuver them at every turn and remind them why she was the one in charge. With every calculated move, Jill tightened her grip. She knew that Devon's reliance on others would be his undoing. In a world where strength was key, Devon's vulnerability became his Achilles heel. Jill's methodical approach meant she would dismantle his confidence piece by piece, forcing him back into a corner from which he would struggle to escape. As the tension escalated, Jill prepared to unleash her fury. She would exploit every weakness in Devon's plan, manipulating the situation to ensure her dominance. With her sharp wit and unrelenting ambition, Jill would not just defeat Devon, she would make sure he understood the cost of crossing her. The stage was set for an epic showdown in the boardroom and beyond, and the stakes were higher than ever. Would Devon rise to meet Jill's challenge, or would he falter under the weight of her relentless ambition? As Jill plotted her next move, the future of both companies hung in the balance, waiting to see who would emerge victorious in this dangerous game of corporate chess.